there, I'm Angela. Welcome or welcome back. Today is going to be a fun one. I have a vintage pattern haul to show you guys. Stay tuned. Every now and then I go down the rabbit hole of looking at vintage patterns on eBay or Etsy. Those are probably the two places that I ever really shop for vintage patterns, and it gets to be quite the rabbit hole, and I have to hold myself back from buying all the patterns. I especially love the patterns from the 90s, and I don't know if that's because that's when I learned how to sew and those patterns have such nostalgia for me, or if that was just a great decade in my life. Anyway, I love the 90s patterns, but any decade of sewing pattern is good pretty much. So when I say vintage, I'm pretty much referring to anything before the year 2000, although that's probably not technically what vintage means, but for me, that's kind of how I think about it. So I'll show you. I picked up 6 patterns recently. I had them sent. I didn't pick them up. I ordered them and they were sent to me. The first one is a Vogue pattern. It's 7435. It's a mid-length dress, well, mid-calf, and it looks like just below the knee. Actually, looking at the line drawings, there's just one length. So, and it looks like it's maybe just below the knee or mid-calf. It's hard to tell on the drawings here, but I love this dress. So one of the things that caught my eye about it was the skirt. I love the flowy, fluttery skirt on this dress. It's so pretty. And then also I love the neckline. I like that it doesn't have a collar, at least this version view A. Nothing against collars, but sometimes I really like the simplicity of a top or a dress with just a very straight, simple neckline, then leading into the buttons. I just love that. And next, and this one is from 1989. Next is Simplicity 9748, and this one is sort of it has a dress. It looks for a minute like it might be a jacket, a dress, and a skirt, but it's just a dress and a jacket. I'll show you the line drawings on that one. And one thing that I really love about this is this neckline here, the squared off neckline with the straps and the buttons. It's so cute. So cute. Just love that. Another thing that I like about this pattern is it has a bit of a drop waist, which I realize that definitely is a telltale sign of the late 80s, early 90s time frame, but I really like that. And for me, like on my body shape, I find that cut to be pretty flattering. Next up is Style 2271. I forgot to tell you the year on this Simplicity, and it is, sometimes you have to really search around on these patterns to find it because it's never in the same spot. It is 1990, and that's Simplicity 9748, and most of these you can still find copies of on eBay or Etsy and maybe some other places. So usually the older vintage patterns are somewhat readily available. It's just finding them at a reasonable price. The next one, Style 2271, and this is a summer dress. So fun and flirty. What drew me to this one is the back here. I love that tie and kind of the dip down waistline there. Really like that. And there's 2 versions of this, the shorter length and looks like just above the knee, and then mid-calf length on that one. And this was published in 1993. So cute. What I really like is when you can find the vintage or older patterns factory folded, uncut, and at a decent price. So I I find that to be like the hardest thing of all, but they are out there. You just have to look around. And I find sometimes if you buy more than one from a particular seller, they'll cut you a deal, or they'll at least give you a break on shipping, so that's kind of nice. My next one is McCall 7108, and this one again is another summertime dress. And there are not line drawings, at least not on the envelope. Maybe there are on the instruction sheet. So this comes in a long length and a just above the knee length, and it's strapless, and it also has a little, I guess that would be like a bolero type of jacket. What I loved about this one again is this neckline, the straps, and then how it does like a slight little V. That's so cute. I feel like that neckline is maybe kind of unusual to see, at least in my experience, with that just very slight V. I really, really like that a lot. And I think this would make just such a cute summertime dress. You throw on the little jacket, or even if you had another jacket that would go with it, would be perfect. Maybe like a chiffon jacket with a nice pattern to it. If you do the dress in a solid color to coordinate, that could look really, really cute. And this one, let's see if there's a date on here. They don't make it easy. 1994. I love the 90s. Also, not just the 90s fashions and sewing patterns, but the 90s music. I love the 90s. My next one is Simplicity 9518, and this is a little combination pack of shorts, long pants, a sleeveless top, and a jacket. Nope, not a jacket. It is still a button-up shirt, and it comes with this little like short sort of cap sleeve. It's not really a cap sleeve. I'm not sure what you call that, like a little drop sleeve type thing there, and also looks like maybe a long sleeve or a 3/4 length sleeve. So hold that one up. Here's the line drawings. And this one, I'm not sure exactly what I liked best about it, but I love this top that's long enough that you can tie in the front. And also, once again, I really like that simple neckline that leads down into like a button-up front there. And I think this one has a lot of possibilities for just some nice summertime or springtime basics. This was published in 1996, Simplicity 9518. And my last one is a McCall's M5884. It's variations on a blouse, sleeveless, short sleeves, long sleeves, looks like a 3/4 length sleeves. But what I love most about this is that tie. I've never made a top that has a tie like that, but I keep seeing patterns with the tie. Even some of the brand new patterns that are currently being printed, I'm seeing them with this tie front, and I love that. So I'd love to give that a try. And I tend to wear a lot of sleeveless in the summertime. It's my favorite. Plus it's easier to sew, so there's that. But take a look at the little short sleeves on B. They're almost like little balloon sleeves. I thought that was interesting and kind of cute. I feel like though if I tried to wear that just might like get on my nerves too much, just having that little puffy thing there, but it sure is cute. We'll see. I know for sure I'll make the sleeveless one. Those are my favorite style of top to wear. So that's all that I have for today. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you found this helpful, and let me know in the comments if you guys like searching for and purchasing and sewing with vintage or older patterns. It is quite the rabbit hole though. One thing leads to the next, and then before I know it, I have like 10 or 15 patterns in my cart. Then I have to back some of them out and just stick with 5 or 6, and even that's pretty rare. I really, really like to get my patterns when they go on sale for $1.99. It's like the best bang for the buck, so to speak. So you definitely don't get that kind of price with the older patterns, usually. So that's kind of a few and far between a treat for me. So that's all that I have. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye.